Morning. So we're going to get into this. So the majority of us know exactly what it is that we need to do. We know exactly what we need to do to be successful in our health. We know exactly what we need to do to improve our fitness. We know exactly what to do to have more fitness and energy levels to play with the children in the evening, to cope with the demands of the day, to look better, feel better, just generally be better in terms of health and mental well-being. I've done enough of these live videos now for you to really understand about what's going on in your mind. I've done enough of these videos for you to understand the way that your mind works and our emotional behaviours, and understanding our chimp versus our human train of thought. So there is plenty of information there for you to know exactly what to do. Most of you know that you've just got to get off your ass and get into the gym. Most of you know you've got to get out, get the trainers on, stop pounding the pavement, or go swimming, or go to a circuits boot camp, or do something online like the Brotherhood, or whatever the fuck it is that you need to do. You know that you need to do it, and you know how to get there. Most of you know food is good for you. Most of you know that drinking's not good for you. It's going to bloat you and make you fat. Most of you know that smoking is just enhancing your chances of cancer, but yet we still fucking do it. So I always think to myself, then why am I even in business? If we know what we're doing, what to do, why aren't we just doing it? All right. So I've got a couple of theories on this. Number one, you're a lazy bastard. It's the most obvious one. You just can't be fucked. In your head, you want it, you know what you want to do, so you know what you want to do. You want to be super fit, and in your head you build up this amazing picture of how you see yourself, fit, running on a Sunday morning, getting your morning home workouts in, doing your evening gym sessions, or whatever the fuck you want to do to improve yourself, health and mentally. But you just can't be fucking arsed. You're just too lazy. You listen to the voice in your head that tells you to stay at home, tells you to stay in bed for the extra half hour. You allow the chimp to overwhelm you, and you don't manage the chimp. You don't manage the voice, and that way you succumb to it, and that's why you end up staying overweight, fat, unhealthy, unfit, and then complaining because you don't have the energy to play with the kids, cope with the day. That's my first theory. Okay, so my second theory is the fact that how we do anything in life is how we do everything. All right, so what I mean by that is that the very, very small micro tasks that we perform during the day, and I'm talking about everyday sort of life, so cleaning your car out, washing up, doing your laundry, putting things shopping away, everyday life, putting your clothes away after doing the laundry. Okay, how you do any of those things is how you do everything. So let me explain. If you procrastinate on putting your clothes away after you've washed them, if you procrastinate on doing your laundry, on doing the washing up, if you procrastinate on not putting fuel in the car because it's a ball ache, okay, all of these things have consequences. Okay, but equally, in your mind, in your brain, how you do those one things will be how you do anything. So when it comes to health, when it comes to going to the gym in the evening, or doing your morning routine, or going for your run, or trying to eat well, trying to plan your food, trying to get your day organised, trying to set goals, you'll end up procrastinating on them because you do with everything else. Why would you do one thing different from how you do everything else? So think about it. Think about every single thing that you do. And I've been testing this for the last 2 months. I've been testing this. Because at work, I'm on it. Fitness, I'm on it. Okay, but when I'm at home, I'm not. And I thought, I wonder if I change my habits at home, whether it would raise my productivity within my business and my fitness. Even though I'm on it, I know there's another level. So I started changing my habits at home. Like yesterday, had a flat tyre. Normally I would have left that to the afternoon and gone, oh, I'll do that later. And yesterday I just went fucking bang. The minute I had that spare minute, I got it done. So that then like prompts my brain to say, okay, gym session, bang, go, get it done, bang. And what's happened is, since I've changed my habits at home and getting things done, and I'm not procrastinating and I'm focused on the task, I'm just getting it done. Literally, I'm not thinking about it. I just get up and get it done. My productivity in the gym, my productivity at work, my mindset towards squeezing workouts in, getting tasks done, being a father, all of that has changed for the better. So now what has happened is that I know what I need to do, but I'm fucking doing it immediately, straight away, fucking there and then. And I could tell my habits are coming on, because my partner asked me last night, she was like, oh, the dog food's still outside. And normally I would have fucking left it, or left it to the morning. And I thought, I'm going to do it straight away. So I got out, got it, put it in the freezer, and it was done. And I didn't have to think about it again. Now imagine doing that within your own fitness and mental well-being, your own life. You know what you need to do. You know you need to do that workout in the morning. You know, you need to set that alarm for 5:30, 5 o'clock, so you have an hour to yourself in the morning. You know, you've got to get your ass out of bed. You know, you've got to get fucking downstairs. You know, you've got to do some mobility and a warm-up. You know, you've got to do that 20-minute workout so that you feel better, you look better, you feel better mentally, physically. You know the score. You know you've got to do that. The only thing stopping you doing that is because you're procrastinating everything else. So you won't be any different for this. Okay, theory number 2, that was. Theory number 3. Now, we as children would always make decisions, but those decisions often were made, dictated for us. So I used the analogy yesterday in a video live on Instagram. And it was a case of when you were a kid, you always wanted an ice cream. You'd hear the ice cream van coming down the street, and you'd be like, fuck, I want one of those ice creams. You'd be like, Mum, give me some money, I want an ice cream. You said, please. And your decision, or the outcome of that decision, would be dictated by your parents, whether they're going to give you money, whether they want you to have ice cream or not. So you would then fucking either get that ice cream or not. And then as you're brought up from a boy to a lad, from a lad to a man, you're then taught to make your own decisions, okay? And as you get older, some of your own decisions you can start making. So ideally, when you're older, if you want an ice cream, you get fucking ice cream when you want. Now, when we make decisions, okay, when we're older, we're adults. You watching this are fucking adults. Okay, you're telling your kids and you're teaching your kids, you're responsible adults, some of you. So you have the ability to make the decision about whether you want to still be fat and unhealthy. And by the way, fat is just don't take it personally. It's not fucking, it's just a normal word, okay? If you are overweight or fat, somebody told me I was rude the other day by saying that. If you are overweight and fat, and unhealthy and mentally unfit, and your well-being is shot to shit and you're chronically burning out at work, the decisions that you are making, that you've been taught to make, are not in your best interests. There are consequences to decisions that you are making, and that is that you are overweight, chronically burnt out, stressed out and fatigued. On the other side, the decisions that you make on the other side could be that you're fit, you run, you look after yourself, you balance your life, you balance your work. The whole point of that is that you are responsible for every decision that you make. So each decision that you make, you are responsible for. And there are consequences for. If you're like the lad who's overweight, chronically burnt out and stressed out, in 5 to 10 years, you can look forward to high blood pressure, probably diabetes, shit mobility, struggling to keep up with the kids, a deep-rooted unhappiness. If you look on the other side, okay, the likelihood, the consequences is that you're going to be around a little longer, your organs are going to be healthier, your blood pressure is going to be stable, your resting heart rate is going to be pretty good. Consequences to those decisions. There are also consequences when you don't make the right decisions, like what we've just talked about. So understanding the consequences of your lack of actions, your lack of decision-making. And with lack of decision-making comes anxiety. With anxiety comes depression. Then you're in your rut. then that's the only way that you're thinking. You're seeing just black and white, because the anxiety and depression is overwhelming you and you can't see your fucking way out. You weren't born with depression. You weren't born with anxiety. You weren't born with, like, poor mental well-being. It's created, and it's created by the decisions that you're making, or the lack of decisions that you're making. I know from experience that for 3 years, I remained stressed, anxious, depressed, because I only saw black and white, and I refused to think any differently. I refused to take myself out of that fucking mindset, of that little state that I was in, because I felt sorry for myself, because I felt like fucking everyone owed something to me. I felt fucking like I deserved to be fucking happy, and everyone else, why should everyone else be happy? And it's that stigma. I was going down another rabbit hole. But when it comes back to it, you know what you need to do, but you're not doing it. You're not doing it, okay? Lazy fucking shit, okay? Second one is that we talked about how you do anything is how you do everything. So your habits, your patterns, those constant habit and patterns in your life, they're just kind of spreading like a disgusting tumour in your body, okay? Like a fucking cancer. It's fucking taking over your habits and your fucking routines everywhere else, okay? God, it's gone on a bit longer than I thought. Sorry, guys. And then the last one is your decision making. The decisions that you make, okay? They have the consequences that are going to be negative in your future or positive, guys. You can fucking ignore it all you want. I'm just trying to assist you in your fucking journey and make you think a little bit more about what you're doing. You're in control of your decisions. Don't tell me you don't have time. Don't tell me you're not fit enough. Don't tell me you fucking can't do it. Don't tell me it's hard. I fucking know all of that. I've spent the last fucking 7 years getting to where I am right now. So, yeah, Friday vibes. Enjoy that. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope you have a good weekend. Take it on board. I'd probably listen to this podcast or video a couple of times and fucking have a word with yourself. Just the truth, guys. I'm not here to be popular. I'm here to help fucking people that want to listen. Have a good day.